we was going to speak of that next, man. I did not see, and my apologies to Melissa Jefferson-Wooden. I did not see her like winning the double and that grand fashion. I had her all day for the 100, but for the 200, I didn't have her. I was kind of questionable on what she could bring, but I mean, after Philly Grand Slam and what we seen her do in that Philly Grand Slam, I probably should have put a little bit of respect on her name and her showing what she could do. Somebody who shocked me in the women's 100, uh, Kayla White. Kayla White, I didn't want to give you your due flowers and shout you out. You know what I mean? I want to shout you out and say, man, you've done a wonderful job, man. Dennis is doing a great job down there with Star Athletics in the Orlando area. So, shoot, with 1 and 2. And shouts out to
Hobbs.
Aaliyah Hobbs. I was going to say Aaliyah Butler. Aaliyah Hobbs, man. She sees us all the time and show us love. Aaliyah, you told me you were going to do the show too. You better not forget about me, girl, if you're watching.
Well, Chad, I definitely can say that I won this bet. I definitely won. I should have bet you that she was going to be a double champion. I picked her in the 100 for the 1, and I picked her for the 200 as well. Listen, the numbers are numbering. You the number man, bro. You the number man. You run 1065. Listen, you run 1065. It's going to be damn near hard to beat you in the 200 meters if you disperse your energy and your speed the correct way. And we know she with Dennis Mitchell. Dennis know how to get the job done when it comes to that. She got out. She stayed out. She commanded and dominated the race in the 200 just like she did in the 100 meters, man. So at the end of the day, shout out to MJ. She handled business. She had a great national championship for sure, man. I was surprised. Go ahead.
So she had the best in years, man. Ain't nobody was able to pull off this double since Tori. So
Yeah.
we haven't had a double champion in a long time in the USA since Tori. So this is crazy.
Listen, would you feel some type of way if you or Mackenzie or Brittany Brown, knowing that the time when it came up on the big screen, it was a 3-way tie for third place with 22-20, and Gabby went on to be on the team, but theoretically you all have the same time. I guess they broke it down to the thousands, right? So that's what we're looking at.
You're gonna always feel some type of way in a situation like that because in your head, everything is gonna play in your mind. If I would have drove longer, if I would have dipped a little bit more, if I would have held my form, or even if they give it to Gabby because she's the gold medalist, but that's not true. The clock doesn't lie. You know what I mean? She came through. Probably by a shoulder, a T-shirt, or whatever it was. Same thing with No One Key Shane, and they was like, "Oh, they robbed Key Shane." No, they didn't. I mean, you can't really rob nobody. The cameras are there to kind of tell the truth. You know what I mean? But you would, when you lose by that, people rather not lose by that little. They rather lose by a landslide because I'd rather know I didn't have a chance in hell than rather to know I lost by this little much. But I sent encouraging words to some of those people, man. And sometimes being delayed is not being denied. You know, uh, we see things like this all the time that happen, and this just builds you to be stronger and to come back better.
Listen, all I
So
can say to you right now is the fact of if it was me in that situation, from a Gabby to a Brittany Brown to Mackenzie Long, I would have been in my bed 3 o'clock in the morning, just watching the race over and over again. There'd just be the light in the room from my phone, and I'm looking at it like this, like trying to break it down, looking at it like, hold on, man, I think that I got my shin across the line before her, or my chest for sure. I definitely would have disputed it for sure because it's it's way too close. And those ladies, shouts out to Mackenzie and shouts out to Brittany. I know that they were also going through injuries, like Gabby mentioned that she went through injuries, but we knew that Mackenzie and Brittany went through injuries and setbacks this season to get to where they are today. So I know that having that squeaker of a win by Gabby and that loss like that by that much, it can definitely it can hurt your heart way more than just being flat out beaten, bro. Just flat
yeah.
out beaten.
I think for Gabby, man, she just ran a very experienced race. She understand where she could claw her way back to going through that Achilles injury, and that is a serious injury. Like you can't. She said she took a week off, You know what I mean? Going into trials, which is very, very scary because I think the 200 was really a hotbed of competition for her. So I think, with her going into the trials, she ran very experienced, and she closed at the right time to really make it on that team. But I definitely, definitely can leave out, man. From lane two to make the team, a Navy battle, bro. From lane two. Lane two, bruh. Lane two to
Facts.
make the team. Lane two shouldn't get you no real type of love, but she rolled that curve with all her might and she walked her way onto that team. First team, I'm so proud of her. So proud of her and her coach, Joel Brown. You know what I mean? From the Ohio State. I just want to shout him out right here, man. Listen, man, I'm proud of him. She went back home to train to where she feel like where she needed to be, and it worked out for both of them in this fashion. So shout out to Navia Battle. She was undefeated all year, and this is the only place where she actually took an L. So shout out to her.
Yeah, shout out to her, man, for sure. She's had a great season thus far. A lot of victories under her belt. Even when people wanted to question it and be like, "Oh, she really ain't raced against nobody." She did today.
She
She
raced
went out
against
there. She
everybody.
raced. She went out there and raced against the top female athletes in the United States and some in the world as well. So she went out there, handled business, got her spot on the team. So she earned that right to be a legitimate elite athlete going into this championship and someone to look out for 100%. So shout out to her, man. Shout out to Coach Joel as well. He handled business. Um, man, to get lane two though, bro. Oh my God.
Lane two. That's
Listen,
that's
lane
what I
one.
want people.
Listen, I don't even think they run lane one anymore, bro. If they run lane one, boy, listen, that's diabolical on the part of the whole meat organization. Like, you can't have no grown up running in lane one full speed and thinking that they're gonna make the team, bro. But lane two is just as heartbreaking, boy. If I say I had lane two in the 200, I just go ahead and hang my head, man, and be like, man, how am I gonna
Well,
get
we
this job done,
we
bro?
we we both know somebody who won a medal out of lane one in Angelo Taylor.
Oh yeah,
Like,
hundred
lane one in
percent.
the 400 meter hurdles.
And
That boy won a gold medal.
that was a 400 meter hurdles too. Can
So
you
it can
imagine
be
jumping over the
done.
hurdles and you trying to make sure your spike doesn't clip on the little metal railing, dog? Can you imagine that at the Olympic finals? Like, you trying to win, and next thing you know, you come up that hurdle and you hear that little metal scratching metal sound. Nah, I couldn't even bear it, dog. That's crazy, man. Shout out to him, bro. He a beast for that one for sure.